Undefeated really is a global campaign with which we are going to help people with diabetes prevent having lower limb complications which can lead to amputations. At the moment, in this year, there are 360 million people with diabetes around the world. And every 20 seconds, one of those is having an amputation. Another fact which is not known by many people is that 85% of those could have been avoided. In 20 years' time, 2035, it is estimated that there will be 600 million people with diabetes. So that will equate, if the rate of amputation stays the same, to probably around about 1 every 10 seconds. So I think you're probably going to be with me in saying that something needs to be done about this. And there are people doing things about this. There's some great work by JDRF, by Diabetes UK, and loads of organisations doing something. But I felt the onus upon myself to really start doing something as well. So the mission of Undefeated is to help people with diabetes to understand the problems that they could get involved with regarding their lower limbs, and to prevent the complications that can lead to ulceration and ultimately amputation. The vision of Undefeated is that by 2035 we can reduce that rate of amputations from 1 every 20 seconds to 1 every minute.
Peter has done a fantastic job here this is about empowering people with diabetes to understand their condition, understand this particular condition, and take control for themselves. It's fine us as professionals saying you have to do this or you should do this. It doesn't work. We've got to have people to understand what they need to do for themselves. Key to anything like this is passion, and that's what Peter's got.
I'd just like to congratulate Peter and Tina for the journey that they've gone through in order to achieve the incredibly powerful book that has been launched tonight here at the Institute of Directors. I know it's been a long journey, and Peter has been meticulous about getting the book the best it possibly can be. He's worked with professionals across the industry to ensure that he's got a book which is going to change a lot of lives around the world by helping people to better understand the things that they can do themselves to avoid being one of those terrible statistics of 1 every 20 seconds having a lower limb amputation. Peter's on a real mission with this book, and he's so passionate about it, and that passion, that enthusiasm will help to attract the attention that this book needs to really get out there and get round the world and have the impact which it absolutely will. Peter and Tina, I congratulate you both.
Undefeated by Diabetics by Peter Alton is an excellent book. It diffuses the diabetic time bomb.
Undefeated by Peter Alton is a fantastic book for diabetics that are living with the condition and how to avoid the common complications that arise with the condition. It's a must read for everyone, friends or family that are living with the condition.
Undefeated by Peter Alton is an absolutely amazing book for diabetics. It is to help prevent amputations of the lower limb. It's an absolute must read.
This is a fantastic book that he's brought out. His passion and drive for this subject to make sure that people that suffer with diabetes don't have to actually have the debilitations or even the amputations that they're facing. Really and truly, our bodies are our business, and Peter's taken that subject, something that everyone takes for granted, and he's put it into a really well composed book. He's given you action plans, he's looked at everything so that you can actually take hold of your own health and make your health better for your future.
It's really a great pleasure to be part of this great launch. This book, Undefeated by Peter Alton, is a great masterpiece. I recommend it for anyone, not only for people with diabetes, but as a measure of preventing diabetes, I would recommend this book for you.
I've seen a lot of podiatrists who are there because they're professional, they're technically strong, they have a business, but I think Peter truly has a purpose in life, and he wants to reach out to as many people as possible to make them aware of how they can keep their feet healthy, because I think unhealthy feet, they have a lot of consequences, and he's passionate about it, and he has got a very clear purpose.
I came to the Undefeated book launch this evening, and it was really interesting to find out just how much diabetes and your own feet are linked. I don't think we really sort of think about how much we use our feet and how much we really need them until we sit down and have a good think, like actually I use them for everything. So yeah, I'd really recommend the book just in general.
I'm really glad that I came today because I didn't realise how big of a problem diabetes is. I think before I came tonight, I didn't think it was on the scale that it was. I was really surprised to find out that I think it's 360 million people suffer from it.
Hi, I'm Jasmine. I just wanted to say that I'm very happy and pleased with my father for writing this amazing book, and that it's dedicated to me, and it's really opened my eyes and helped me to understand more about myself, my diabetes and my feet. And I'm really proud of him and looking forward to the great things that will come in the future.
Really well done, excellent. And I really think that it's the topic and the title and the way the book is written and put over can have a real impact in not only this nation but nations across the world. It's absolutely fantastic, and a really inspirational, passionate author who's done a fantastic job and something that everyone in the world is relevant for.
Undefeated, a fantastic cause, a worldwide movement. Please support it. Thank you.
Just to say that Undefeated is a great cause, and I wish Peter and Tina all the best with it.
I'm an aspiring podiatry student, and I have been working with Peter Alton and Tina Alton side by side this past summer, and I'm very excited for the things that Undefeated will do, not only in the UK but worldwide.
Undefeated is a remarkable global awareness organization, and I think that it will cause a rippling effect throughout the nation and will cause awareness about diabetes early on so that it will lower amputation rates.
And to hear the statistics about diabetes type 1 was just outrageous, really. So I'm absolutely delighted to have heard him speak, and I'm looking forward to getting a copy of the book. And yeah, best of luck to him. I think it's a fantastic thing he's doing.
Really enjoyed Peter's talk. My big concern, something that he raised with me that really made me think, is that we look after our teeth. We go to the dentist maybe twice a year, sometimes more. We get our eyes tested, and whenever we've got anything wrong with us, we go straight to the doctor. But our feet, they're always there. They always work. I'm 57 years old. I play squash twice a week. I feel like an old man every morning after I've played squash. I really should take more care of my feet. Thanks to Peter, that's what I'm going to be doing.
My mother-in-law's got diabetes, so there's a possibility with me and my partner have a baby that there's a possibility that my baby, my daughter or my son could have type 1 or type 2 diabetes. So I'm really looking forward to going home and definitely researching and obviously buying the book and just really, just being educated, because then I can help prevent it or help people do what they can to reduce, I suppose, the consequences of diabetes.
But if you take hold of what Peter's written, the passion he's put into it, the information, and just make a few little adjustments to your life, actually that could be the difference between having to be in a wheelchair or walk with a stick, or continue to use those feet and remain completely undefeated.
Diabetes is not a new illness, but it's one that's been under-publicised, and the silent, stealthy death sentence and unpleasantness that it brings is something that really has to come out now in the public, so that we can cut this horrific explosion of this terrible, terrible disease. So I'm really glad that Undefeated has become this global phenomenon, because I think it's going to go a long way to eradicating this problem, which is now affecting more children than ever before. And that is something that really makes most mothers, most caring people sit up and take notice. So well done, Tina and Peter Alton, for bringing it to public attention. I think you're going to make a big difference to this condition.